Good morning or good whatever time you are watching this class. So this morning, I thought I would take advantage of the last shadow to record a little morning session. I think we will go on for about half an hour to 45 minutes. We will go through a joint synergy at the core of the class and some balancing to bring you to the present moment. My name is Arianna Montanari, and I hope you will enjoy this class. So make sure that you prepare your space, indoors, outdoors, a mat or not, comfy clothes, and a relatively calm environment around you. And then I invite you to start already softening up your thoughts, your way of thinking, starting to land on your feet, noticing what you feel under the soles of the feet, bringing the weight from one foot and the other, noticing the toes, the heels, the outer edge of the foot and the inner edge of the foot. Make those movements into small steps. Feel the knees, the hips, and then land. Land in a comfortable standing position. So it doesn't have to be hip width apart. It can be more or less, but just make sure that you feel comfortable. And then from there, try to spread out the toes, lift them up, and press them gently into the mat. Your knees can be slightly bent. Top of the hips wants to go back. The sit bones, they want to almost like drop as if they were trying to reach your heels. And so we come into some kind of neutral, lengthened lower back. Relax the pelvic floor, so that feeling of going to the bathroom but not. Relax and expand. Relax the abdomen. Allow the internal organs to take up the space they need. And then bring soft but active arms in front of you. Not too high if you know that you will get tired. Keep them kind of close-ish to the pelvic area or the abdomen. Soften up your shoulders. Soften up the neck in form of moving the chin almost like in figure eights. And pause, soften up your face, the jaw, the lips, the muscles around your eyes, the forehead, even the muscles around your ears, if you can feel the connection with those muscles. It's almost like a moment where you get to consciously experience gravity, where your body is softening up. Feel again the contact in between your feet and the floor. Soften up your thigh muscles, the glutes, top of the hips back, drop the sit bones. Soften up the pelvic floor, soften up the abdomen, chest, shoulders, neck, face. Wiggle your fingers a few times. And I'm going to ask you to take notice of how you are breathing. And in the synergy practice, if you have practiced before, you know that you never receive instructions about breath, or very rarely, because we want to induce a natural type of breathing. So I invite you again to relax the abdomen and see if you can breathe into the space, the imaginary space that is your core, in between the navel and the pubic bone. So feel the breath coming into your nostrils, so going to flow through your throat, chest, the lower rib cage, and below the navel. The more you relax, the easier it gets. See if you can breathe into the lower back and the sacroiliac space. Maybe you want to try to breathe even to the pelvic floor, so the bottom of your hip area. Mm. Lengthen the breath even more so that you can breathe all the way into your legs. A deep breath is a breath that moves away, as far away from the nose as possible. And gently come back to a more shallow, natural breath. We forget about the breath. Softening up shoulders, face, neck, abdomen, hips, thighs, and glutes. And gently coming back into the space where I'm going to ask you to start shifting the weight from one foot to the other. Come to center and go forward and backward with the weight. Forward and back. Forward and backward. How about we combine forward, right, back, left, forward, right, back, and left, and continue. The knees are gently bent, top of the hips back, drop the sit bones, relax the abdomen and the shoulders. I'm still going around. Come to 6 o'clock, go to 12 o'clock, and change direction. So left, back, right, forward. And notice how the feet are responding, how the calves and the muscles that go from the ankle to the knee are responding to these movements. And come to the center. Now I'm going to ask you to again expand the toes, push them into the mat gently, and see if you can lift up the heels. And then go down and lift up the toes. Lift up the heels, lift up the toes. Continue. And check. Knees are slightly bent. Top of the hips back. Lengthen the sit bones. Relax the abdomen. Relax the shoulders. And all of this is part of a reprogramming that we're doing to the body to move in a relaxed way instead of tensing anytime there is movement. Land and see if you can go and massage the inside of your foot, the outside, inside and outside. Notice the ankles, your knees, your hips. Few more, and then we're going to come to the center and we're going to combine these 4 movements. So in, toes, out, heels, and continue. In, heels, out. Sorry, in toes, out heels. If this is super easy, add the hands. And notice that the hands, I'm trying to lead the movement from the thumbs and then one finger at the time. I'm relaxing the abdomen. I can move the shoulders a little bit more if I want to. And soften up, change direction. So we're gonna draw circles inwards. So in, heels, out, toes, in, heels, out, toes. And if this is easy, then you can start moving hands and wrists too, leading from the pinky. This is the movement of the arm, the hands. We're articulating, we're noticing all the details in the movement. The brain has to take care of many different actions in the body. We're working also a lot with coordination and body awareness. And come down. Now knees slightly bent. Start rotating them. Make small circles and make sure that this feels nothing. Change direction. See if you can draw circles. But it's more or less the movement that we did at the beginning. And maybe add the arms. Also drawing circles. And come to 6 o'clock, go to 12 o'clock and 3 o'clock and continue. We have just changed direction. You can move the feet more here. You can move the navel in circles. You can kind of focus on different parts of the body here. And what if I ask you to go and on the side do circles with one leg and the other, circles with one leg and knee and the other. And it's almost like drawing figure eights with the hips. One leg, and I'm showing you the movement with the fingers, because sometimes through a video you don't really understand kind of the depth, all the dimensions of the movement. But the knee is basically drawing circles in, forward, out, and back. And then I changed and I make it into a fluid movement. And if I want here, I can even add the shoulders, add the legs. I can slow down. And here, I always make sure that the hips, the top of the hips is kind of going back. I lengthen the sit bones. Expand the movement of maybe your hips, of the shoulder that goes forward and towards the ear. I lift up the shoulder and I drop the hip. And a smaller movement of the arms back to the hips. And now see if we can do the opposite movement. So the movement of the knees go from out, forward, in, and back. I see that naturally the shoulders are moving. Now see what movement fits you. And come back to center. Now only hips. Top of the hips, back, lengthen the sit bones. I am a little bit of camouflage with the background, but I hope you see what I'm doing. Relax the abdomen. And with your knees bent, come down and forward. So the knees are also going over the toes, back, showing this area, rounding up and forward. Now, there is a grandma, neighboring grandma, that shouts all the time. I hope you're not going to hear her, because usually Zoom is very good at the neutralizing background noises. Relax the abdomen. And maybe add the shoulders, the arms. I'm rounding the back, bringing collarbone and pubic bone together. And then I'm leaving the pubic bone there what it is, so I'm not arching here. I keep it there, but I expand the abdomen, expand the chest, forward and up, and I articulate the rest of the spine. We are usually moving and bending a lot the lower back, but not so much the rest of the back. And this is what we are aiming to do, to mobilize the rest of the back, middle back and upper back. And smaller movements. Now the hips are gonna change direction. Try to see if you can go diagonally down and forward, backward, up and forward again. This is the movement. Round, forward, round, forward. And notice that it's not this, it's this. Top of the hips back, lengthen the sit bones up. And then I almost like pull from here and down. And if you like, see what movement the shoulders are willing to do. And come to center. Bend your knees slightly, shoulders up and down. Very simple movement. And when the shoulders go up, see if the hips can drop down. So there are two forces in the spine. I'm trying to lift, lengthen upwards, but also lengthen downwards. I need to relax the abdomen in order to do that. Relax, make the movement softer. Come to center, shoulders forward and back, forward and back. And again, make it softer. It means bring less tension in the body. Make the movement smaller. Come to the center, and then we're gonna do circles up and forward and down and back, up and forward, down and back. And keep your hands on the thighs if you can. And start connecting your awareness to the spine. What is the spine doing? What areas of the spine are moving? when I am moving the shoulders. What are they doing and when? Relax the abdomen, relax the face. And we're gonna change direction by coming up, down, forward, up, back, and down. Forward, up, back, and down. And again, notice what is happening in your spine. The knees are soft, the face is soft, and you look forward. And come to the center. Neck and chin. The word escaped me. Now think the chin towards the throat, chin up without squashing the neck. Chin down, chin up, chin down, chin up. Relax the shoulders, relax the abdomen, bend the knees. So you're kind of lengthening one part of the neck, not necessarily shortening too much at the other one. So don't create tension in these movements, a small, gentle movements. Come with your nose facing forward, go from left to right with your nose. And again, bend the knees, relax the pelvic floor, relax the abdomen, soften up the shoulders. Come to the center. And now think chin in, chin up, chin forward, chin down, chin in, chin up, chin forward, chin down. Continue. So here it's quite easy to make the movement big, straining the neck. Try to do it softer. So still feeling all the 4 different movements. So up, forward, down, and in, but without going all in. Without using your full range of movement, to do a little bit less. If you want, the upper back can follow the movement, maybe the middle back, to then change direction. So come forward, up, in, and down. And 2 more. Come to center and go with either the nose or the chin, going figure 8s. And I'm working on just on one plane. So I'm massaging the neck, drawing figure 8s. And if you tend to have your, that, how do you say, that you kind of get lightheaded here, keep your eyes open and look forward. That's also a good exercise for your eyes. And come to the center, shake a little bit. Shake it. Yeah, and from there, come back to our standing position and start bringing palms up, palms down, palms up, palms down. Now notice if you can allow the movement to start from your abdomen, which means that it's the abdomen that moves first, the belly button expanding up, and then go the arms. From here, first is the belly, and then is the arms going up. First the belly, then arms. First belly, and then arms. And this might take a while to understand, but I want to give you the hint because this is what we do in the synergy practice with move from the core. So it's the movement initiates in the core softly, and then the body follows. And maybe we start breaking away from linear movements, and we go into figure eights, which engages and moves much deeper the shoulder. Look forward, and maybe grow your movement if you like. Lift up the heels and continue. Can be small movements, big movement. Heels are up. Gaze is full. Down with the heels. Simple movement, linear movement. And now see if you can alternate up and down. Linear movement or figure eights. Bend the knees. Allow the abdomen to move from side to side. It's like the navel is actually expanding, activating. This is pull in. This is expand out. You see the difference? There. And I'm not necessarily pulling too much, but it's that light activation out. And now without moving the arms, I'm twisting. I want to have the navel going from one side and the other, one side and the other. Now, it takes practice, but I want to let you know what the navel and the abdominal muscles are actually capable of. And allow the movement just to break free from any pattern that maybe you're seeing from me. Let's see, whatever feels nice for you. Just make sure that the hips are not following the arms, which means they're not going to the same direction. If anything, they are going to the opposite. So when navel and shoulders and arms are going to the left, pubic bone and knees, they're going to the right. But again, this could be too much of a head trip. But again, keep it in mind. Just mimic the movement, softening up the abdomen, top of the hips back, sit bones towards your heels. Look forward and really expand one side and the other. Now allow the feet to move away from each other. And bending the legs. Same movement with the arms. And if you want to slow it down, go ahead. But see if you can always keep the knees almost at the same level as your hips. If you have opened too much, so if the feet are too far apart, it could be difficult to go down. So you can want to try maybe to have the feet a little bit closer. And from there, maybe we can go a little bit deeper into one leg and the other. One leg and the other. Same movement with the legs. But here we want to have the arms going from side to side, side to side. Stay where you are. I just want you to see the movement from different angles. Top of the hips back. Sit bones or tailbone dropping towards the floor. allowing the shoulders to move. And coming with the feet closer together. Bringing forward your left foot, bending both knees, the top of the hips back. And continue this massage in the back. And you do the same movement but forward, almost like swimming. And then arms together. And if you want less arms, go shoulders. Rolling the shoulders. Bend the knees, the top of the hips back. Slow down because we're going to go into balance. We're going to pause the arms down here, lifting up the leg. And we're here. Top of the hips wants to go back. Relax the abdomen. Relax the shoulders. I don't want to be here. Kind of, I've been there. And at the beginning, maybe you want to really accentuate this movement, but it strains. So do a little bit less. See if you can stretch that. And land behind you. So still the left leg landing. And again, see if you can move your arms. Top of the hips always back. Allow the shoulders to grow tall, to reach towards the ears and forward. Land with the back foot and continue. Go deeper if you like. One arm at a time. You have seen this already. And here you can close your eyes and just do whatever movement feels nice for you at this point of the day, of the week. Put the mid up again. Coming with the hips forward. Bringing the hands in front of the chest. Shoulders forward, hips back. Lengthen here. Lift up. And from here, start still lifting up. Even these two little bones, they want to go towards the ears, towards the jaw. Lean forward. And see if we can balance here. The hips are parallel to the floor. The back leg is rotated in. Flex the foot if you can. Relax the abdomen. And see if you can find a straight line between the leg and the upper back, which means that if the leg can only come up so far, then I don't want to be here with the back, with the upper body, because then it's very difficult to keep this up. What I want to do is to keep that line straight. So if the leg can come up here, then I can be here. But otherwise, I'll be just here, trying to lengthen top of the hips, back, lengthen the sit bones towards the heel. See if you can slowly bend and straighten up the right leg. Maybe with some arms. Continue. One more. And now we're gonna land with the back foot. Have both knees straight. your hips facing forward. And think now with the back leg, you're almost like pushing, stepping forward. And the back foot is stepping and pushing backward. And then from here, we just glide down and go into a forward fold. Now stay exactly in the pose that you have now, where you are now. Or pretend or think that the front leg, without moving really, the feet, is rotating out. And think that the back leg is rotating inwards. And that adjusts your hips. Front leg rotates outwards, back leg rotates inwards. Top of the hips towards the ceiling. Relax the shoulders. You can look at the front foot if it stretches too much. You can look at the back foot for a little bit extra lengthening. Send your breath wherever you feel there is resistance, wherever it stretches, and think about that area until you feel that it has softened up. Stretch, reflex. The body is trying to protect you by giving you that feeling of stretch. And bend to the front knee. Look at the front foot. Come with all the weight forward. All the way on the back foot. Come up with the shoulders. And we go facing forward again. Lift up. Lengthen forward. Down. Back. And then forward again. Come and balance on the right foot. Lift up the heel if you can. And just melt it down all the way. Bend your knees. Top of the hips towards the ceiling. Breathe into the abdomen, the lower back, the hips. Relax the shoulders, let them melt towards your ears. Relax the neck, soften up the face. And bend your knees. A little bit deeper, pubic bone coming forward so we can gently roll up. And we're going to do the other side before we go, heading to sitting down again. So right leg forward now, bending both knees. And see if you can find those massage movements again. Change direction. See this as a massage for the whole trunk, for the shoulders. The shoulders are almost like touching the ears. And then both hands together. And it can be circles, so on a linear movement, it can be figure eights. Whatever works for you. And I'm shifting the weight back and forward. And slow down. We're gonna allow the arms to pause down here and lift up the right leg. Think like knee towards the shoulder without forcing it too much, but that's the direction. If it's too much holding your leg forward, you can rotate it a little bit out. That is usually easier for these muscles that lift up the leg, hip flexors. Right leg lands behind you. Bend both knees, lift up the heel, square the hips, hips back, lengthen the sit bones. And find movement again. Now you have an array of movements from your arms you can choose from. And land with the back foot and go directly into one arm at a time. Expand one side at a time. You can still look forward. Go deeper if you want. To then coming forward with the hips again. Coming with your hands in front of the chest. Top of the hips back. Relax the abdomen, bend the knees. Shoulders forward and up. Collarbones. These two here. They want up towards the jaw. And then from here, start leaning forward until you can balance. And balance there. Remember the line between the leg and the upper body. Remember to lengthen the lower back. Bend the knee gently. Use the toes for a good grip. And if you want, start gently bending the left knee and coming up slowly. And here there's a little bee crawling on my mat. They always find me, or I always meet up with them. Notice the movements. Expand the toes, activate gently towards the mat. Two more. To then land behind you. Straight legs, hips facing forward, and push into the front foot and the back foot. Activate. It's like they're stretching the Mata part. And then with the hands, we glide on the left leg. Hands on the mat if you reach. Bend the front knee if you need to. Look at the left knee for a gentle stretch. More intense stretch if I look back. And if I have straight legs. Breathe towards your hips. Relax the shoulders, relax the neck, allow the head to be heavy. Soften up your face. Breathe into your abdomen. Front leg rotating outwards without moving the foot. So it's just a movement basically from the ankle, knee, and to the hip socket. Back leg rotating outwards. And bend the front leg. Look to the left knee. Come with all the weight forward, all the weight backward so we can lift up the upper body. Center the hips. And again, up with the arms, so shoulders forward and towards your ears. Come forward, down. And we go and balance on the left foot. Lift up if you can. Lift up the heel. And from here, at your own pace, we melt down all the way to child's pose. So keep going, child's pose, kneeling down on the mat, on the floor. And choose any space, any distance between your feet. I'm going to go into the pose immediately, but there are spiders here. I don't want to kill them accidentally. And when you are in child's pose, breathe into your hips and think that the hands are still in contact with the mat. Straight arms, fingers pressing slightly into the mat, shoulders reaching towards the ears as I keep lengthening the back. Sit bones trying to reach gently without straining towards the heels so that I keep lengthening the back, but from the bottom part. Breathe into your abdomen, chest, the whole back. Soften up the face. One last cycle of breaths. To then gently start coming to all four. And once you are in all four, make sure your fingers are nicely spread and the fingers are pressing down and the hands are pushing into the mat. Sorry, I'm trying to look for a kind of even surface here. And so when the hands are pressing down, what happens is that I activate this area in between the shoulder blades. This is what I want to see. And then from here, relax the abdomen and start from the tailbone to round the back with the hips, relaxing the abdomen, relaxing the glutes, and one vertebra at a time. I want to round my back all the way to the chin. To then start again from the tailbone, not just lifting it up, but lengthening behind you and up. So there's always a lengthening movement, relaxing and expanding the abdomen, breathing to the abdomen, breathing to the chest, breathing to the throat. Expand. And again, from tailbone in, top of the hips towards the ceiling, relax the abdomen, expand the area in between the shoulder blades, soften up the glutes, soften up the neck and face, and again, continue at your own pace. So I don't want to just arch the lower back, I want to find the mobility and movement in all vertebrae. Active hands, active fingers. Do one more and then come to center. Here we go. So now think hip and shoulder coming closer. Hip and shoulder coming closer. And change. And now what if we combine hip and shoulder coming close, rounding the back, other hip and shoulder close, expanding the front of the body, and then continuing. And again, if you are a person who can easily have the head spinning, keep looking forward or down, and just mobilize the rest of the body. Soften up, start using the arms or the hips, even the legs. Find the freedom of movement, your own expression. Change direction. And two more. To then come to the center. Place your hands down, toes in. Go to downward facing dog. And here, think that the hands are pressing into the floor, into the mat, and forward. And the feet, or the part of the feet that you have in contact with the floor, is pressing into the floor and back. Shoulders towards your ears. Bend the knees if you need to, but feel the sit bones are trying to reach towards your heels. Relax the abdomen. Breathe into your abdomen. Going to bring the lower rib cage in and just notice what happened to the abdominal muscles. You might feel that it activates, but I do not want to actively pull the navel in. I want to have a soft tummy. Relax the neck. And then from here, bend the knees. See if you can do some spinal waves here too. Use the arms. And again, the movement can be this small, or it can go much deeper. What's important here, in this class, we have not specifically addressed the warm-up of the wrists, but make sure that the fingers are pushing down and the hands is pushing into the mat. And from there, land with your knees. Come and sit down on your hips. Flex feet. Bend your knees. And we're gonna go into a forward fold, but with our active movements. Round. And then see if you want to have a little bit more straight legs. Keep your feet flexed. And when you feel you had enough, allow the back to be round. Okay, it looks like ugly, but this is actually the movement that allows us to round the back and create space in between each vertebra. If I do this and thinking flat against the belly, against the thighs, then I am doing nothing else than arching. What I want to do is the opposite. I actually want to lengthen and relaxing the neck and head, shoulders, allowing the hands to rest on the side. Breathing into your abdomen, expanding the abdomen, the navel. Relax the face. Breathe now into the lower back, sacroiliac area. Maybe breathe in between your shoulder blades, the neck. And slowly come up. Keep your knees bent, your feet flexed, and come into a cross leg. So see, I'm not here with the feet close to the hips. I am with the feet almost under my knees. Sorry, I'm looking at this little bee. And then again, find the waves. You can have support here or here. And then find a folded position. Address the breath wherever you feel the resistance. And stay there. Breathe gently, softly in and out from your nose. Relaxing the neck, the shoulders. Come up and swap the legs. Same thing. And flex the feet. Round and come down. Rounding up. Breathing wherever you feel tension or resistance. Relaxing the shoulders, the face. And every time you breathe out, you can maybe sink, melt a little bit deeper. Gently come up. And we bring the hands together, creating some warmth in between your hands. Go and massage your face. Rub them again. And place your hands a few millimeters or centimeters from each other. To then moving them apart. One moves up, the other one moves down, and just notice if you feel anything between your arms. And then allowing your hands to rest on your knees. Top of the hips moving slightly backwards. Relax the abdomen. Now lengthen the back, expanding the front of the body and the back of the body, softening up the shoulders. So the shoulders are melting to the side and out. Relaxing the neck, looking forward and coming up with the chin a little bit, lifting up the chin slightly. Soften up the face. Stop moving your lips, almost as if you had something good in your mouth that you're chewing. Pulse the lips and swallow the saliva you have produced. With your eyes closed, draw circles with your eyes, first in one direction and then in the other. Pausing the gaze either towards the forehead or the tip of the nose. Softening up the face, the jaw, allowing some space in between the teeth. And start breathing in gently, quietly from your tailbone, all along the spine, all the way to the top of the head, to then breathe out from the forehead down to the throat, chest, abdomen, pubic bone. Breathe in the back of the body up. Breathe out in the front of the body down. Breathe in and out from the nose. It's a very gentle and soft breath that only you can hear. So no ujjayi breath right now. Relax the throat, relax the abdomen, and breathe. Do 1 or 2 more rounds. Lengthen, softening up the face, the shoulders. Massaging the body with your breath. And from here, just allow the body to go and lay on your back, making yourself comfortable. And if comfortable, allow your feet to be slightly broader than the hips and the hands to lay slightly broader than your feet. And think about your feet, and without moving them, make them heavier. Think about your legs, your thighs, your glutes, and without moving them, make them softer. Think about your abdomen and chest, and without moving them, making them softer. Think about your shoulder and arms, and without moving them, make them softer. Think about your beautiful face, and without moving it, make it softer. Give yourself some grace. And take some moments here to notice the sounds around you. And then from here, just take some moments to enjoy stillness. I'll call you back in just a few minutes. And gently come back to your body. Move your hips from side to side. Lengthen the feet and the hands. Bring in some movement into your legs and arms. Stretch yourself as if you had just woken up. Place your feet again in contact with the floor, bending your knees, rolling onto one side, And gently coming to seated with your eyes closed, placing your hands in front of the chest. Take a last moment to enjoy this way of feeling, to give thanks for the body that you have, for the energy that you have, for the movements that you have, for the process that is yoga. And whenever you're ready, you can come back to the space, opening your eyes. Thank you for this class. I hope that the grandma did not bother you too much, but this is also part of yoga to keep it calm and keep your focused, although there is a disturbance from the outside. It's impossible to be really alone or a little bee needing some care. I wish you a lovely day, and let me know how this class feels and felt now, and also how you feel tomorrow and the day after. Sending you a lot of kisses.